get your Raffaella, or your Amira Dime, or your Rose Monroe, or your Francesca Hermes, or your Vanessa Blue, get this freaking lawnmower Manscaped to make you looking beautiful and serene around that ball area. Make your balls look smooth. Head over to manscaped.com, use the code HHFH, and get 20% off with this item plus all the grooming items to make you look totally serene and make you look freaking tier 1 borderline chief guy. We ride. If I have to fail, let me fail at Rangers. If I have to fail, let me fail at Villa. If I have to fail, let me fail at Lugo, at Scunthorpe, at Branchfight. Let me at Pescara. Let me fail at those clubs because I don't want to fail at Liverpool. Stevie Gerrard, man, guys, what up? It's back it's nice to see you guys back here with some football news, man. So, your boy Steven Gerrard is supposedly about to take over the job at Aston Villa because your boy Dean Smith was given his P45, his sacking papers. You see, here's my thing here. I respect what Gerrard is doing. And I know people will say, let it go half but let it go, he's gone. You've won the UCL, you're top of the Premier League table right now, team's not going to let it go. But for the purpose of this new segment, I have to bring up his name, and that's the name of Lampard. Gerrard knew that, bro, you are a Liverpool legend. If you won the job, they will give you that freaking job. But he knew that, you know what? Before I take up what is my dream job, something that I have dreamt my whole life of doing, because one of my dreams is to play for Liverpool, my other dreams is to manage Liverpool. He was like, before I get there, I want to be in the best position, give myself the best chance, and put myself in the best position to succeed, not just to be Liverpool manager. See, that's something for Gerrard. It's not just about being Liverpool manager, it's about being Liverpool manager and succeeding. And how can I succeed? Let me get all the experience I have. If I have to fail, let me fail at Rangers. If I have to fail, let me fail at Villa. If I have to fail, let me fail at Lugo, at Scunthorpe, at Branchfight. At Pescara. Let me fail at those clubs because I don't want to fail at Liverpool. So look at what our Rangers. For such a long time, Celtic has said what's up, dominated the Scottish League, came in, turned the tide, gave things the title. That's a huge freaking dub. So right now, it's like, you know, you're going up in difficulty. The next thing now is that, look, he's the frontrunner for this Villa job, and this is a difficult one. This is going to be a difficult job because right now, it's Rangers. Yeah, Rangers suffered for a bit in Scotland, but we know that there are two teams in Scotland, which is Celtic and Rangers, and that will always be the fight and the tug of war for supremacy in Scotland. But for Villa right now in the Premier League, one of the toughest leagues in the world, and now facing a team who have had a rough start to the season, this is, for me, like, even if I was advising to Gerrard, I'd be like, think about this. And if I was even advising your boys, Aston Villa, I'd be like, are you sure you want Gerrard? Because, you see, if you're coming to like mid-table or so forth, you can bring in Gerrard. But if it's like Arsenal, for instance, I would still not go with Arteta, but that makes sense because you have the cachet, you have the money, you have the back, and also you're not really a relegation threat to the team. But for Villa, bro, remember these guys only just recently came up from the first division like a few seasons ago. So this is risky, but for Gerrard, it makes sense because for me, it's like, okay, now I want to challenge myself. And if he goes to Villa and he manages to keep them up, or he manages to finish like 10th or 11th or 12th, XP. It's like, I don't know whether you guys play Final Fantasy. Like in Final Fantasy, the whole point of Final Fantasy is keep doing those battles because the more battles you do, the more XP you have, the more special abilities you can get. So once you now finally fight that super boss, you've got all this wealth of XP and special abilities that you've had from fighting all these monsters on the world map and so forth. So same thing whether you play freaking Skyrim or so forth or Zelda, like, you know, you want to just gain as much XP you have. So when you now face those bosses, man, I've got all this wealth of XP to defeat those bosses. So for Gerrard, the boss he's trying to face is the Liverpool job. So the best way to succeed is you have to have as much XP as you have. So I respect him doing that. Like, I mean, again, Managing Rangers in the Scottish Premier League, even though you've done an amazing job, this is a huge step up. Because this is the Premier League. The Premier League is vastly more difficult than the Scottish Premier League. And managing a Villa in the position they're in is way more difficult than what he had to do in the Scottish Premier League. But look, I mean, I'm not saying he's Rodgers, but look at what Rodgers did at, I think it was at Celtic. Amazing job. Superb job. Because he just had to find his way after what happened at Liverpool. Amazing job at Celtic. He's come to Leicester City and doing great things for Leicester City. So it is possible to do well in the Scottish Premier League and do well in the Premier League. But again, Gerrard doesn't have the experience that Rodgers has. But yeah, look, but I just wish that Lampard did the same thing. The Lampard, okay, Derby County. Okay, now maybe go and do a Southampton, do your job, and then you come to Chelsea. Literally, Lampard, you just go bad, just did like a season at Derby County, then you took the Chelsea job. That's crazy, That's just arrogance. But for Gerrard, it's like, no. Because Gerrard knows that Gerrard will become the Liverpool manager at one point. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. But he knows that when it does happen, let me put myself in the best possible position to freaking succeed. Because think about this now. What if Gerrard was Lampard and he took the job earlier? If he does that, there is no 99 points and the first EPL title after 30 years. There is no UCL title. Those are facts. So if you had taken the job and Klopp didn't have the job, you wouldn't be seeing Liverpool Premier League champions, you wouldn't be seeing UCL champions, and you wouldn't be seeing Salah, top 5 player right now based off form, Van Dijk, and top 2, top 3 defender in the world. Trent. So, in a way, Gerrard actually did Liverpool a solid and gave them the success that they've so craved. So eventually, let them know. It's not a matter of if. It's not like for Lampard. Lampard did not know. If you had waited, you would have eventually become the manager. You just need to give it freaking time. Comment below, like, subscribe. Remember to head to the website. One love.